What's up, guys? James here, Sports Betting Education Channel. This is a free pick video, but I'm also going to address a lot of other things. I'm going to talk to the clients directly and talk to everyone as a whole about some changes that I'm going to have going forward, just some adjustments, nothing too crazy. We're still going to do free picks. We're still going to do premium packages. And maybe a lot of this stuff we'll dive into deeper in separate videos, but I at least want to touch on a lot of things. So firstly, let's go over the free pick. One play that stood off or popped off of the charts, stood out when I scanned the board, y'all know what I mean, was the Baltimore-Toronto over-under the total at 11. What the hell? Why is this total so high for teams that are so crappy? Maybe at first glance because both starting pitchers have high ERAs. But when you dive into it deeper and you look at Toronto as the heavy favorite here, minus 170, that must be the opening line because right now, I don't know if they're that much. I'm looking at Baltimore here. I'm looking at Baltimore plus 155 as underdogs. Extreme value. Maybe parlay that up with the under even too, because 11 runs is a lot of runs. Baltimore's won the first game 4-1, second game 8-1. Maybe they win this one 5-1 or something like that, right? When you look at both starting pitchers, though, let's go through it. Trent Thornton for the Blue Jays. He's 2-6 with a 5.18 ERA. In his last start, when you look at his game log and you scan down, how many quality starts does this guy have? How many times has he gone out there and pitched a good game? Well, not a lot. There's a lot of games where he's given up a lot of runs. And to think anybody would feel comfortable betting on the Blue Jays with this guy on the mound is insane. A lot of times, well, every pick, I reverse engineer it. So this one, for example, I like Baltimore plus 1.5. That's going to be the official free play. Now, there's value on the money line as heavy dogs. There's value with parlaying Baltimore and the under. That's a pretty sweet parlay right there. That's one of the best that I've seen in a while. You guys know I go for correlated parlays here and there, maybe once every couple weeks, whatever. But when you look at his game logs, look at what he did last game. 2.2 innings pitched, 7 earned runs. Before that, 3.1 innings pitched, 5 earned runs. He gave up 11 hits, and he didn't even make it through 3 innings last game against Boston. Now he's going against the Orioles that are looking to sweep the series. You know they're pumped up to sweep the series. They're not playing in the All-Star game, right? They get the one minimum All-Star that every MLB team has to get. But those guys aren't playing in the All-Star game. They're getting a couple days off here. Sweep the Blue Jays, division rivals at the bottom of the AL East, and take a couple days off. And when you talk about them being massive underdogs here, I have to think it's because of their starting pitcher. When you glance at this game, you see 2 very high ERAs. But when you look at what Asher, let me try to say his name. I'm not going to try. Asher W. When you look at what he's done in the minor leagues, he's been consistent all season. And his first MLB start, he gave up some runs. He gave up 4 runs, and he didn't make it too deep into that game. But he only gave up 5 hits. And, typically, at least, especially the teams that I bet on, when they get 5 hits, they don't get 4 runs. So to give up 5 hits, not the best. You don't want to give up 5 hits in a short amount of time spent pitching, small amount of batters faced. But his ERA is a little bit inflated. I think that's going to come down. Maybe we see some regression to the mean here. Maybe he overperforms when he underperformed his first start. But I give Baltimore the starting pitching edge. They have the momentum offensively. They've put up more runs than the Blue Jays the last 2 games, first 2 games in the series. And the Blue Jays were a team that was really appealing to a lot of sports bettors, including myself, the first game of the series. Now, luckily, I was able to avoid that loss there. I've taken my losses this weekend and this past week. But I thought that the Blue Jays had a lot of value coming into this series. They had scored 6 runs or more in 11 of their last 12 games. And they come into this, bats are hot. You think they're going against some crappy Orioles pitchers, and then they get shut down. They get held to 1 run in each of the 2 games. So 2 runs the Blue Jays have scored in the last 18 innings. And I think that there's great potential that they get held to not a lot of runs here again today. So I like the under, and I like the Orioles. Orioles plus 1.5 is going to be your official free play. And the premium card might have different plays than the free play. I think I might completely isolate the two. I don't know how I want to do it, how I want to document it. I do know this though. I talk to my clients, and that's one thing that makes me different. And I know some services do this. Some services will text their clients and have really open relationships. I don't see why not. I think I can learn from people, people that believe in me enough to pay their hard-earned money for my predictions and my information that I'm researching and the games that I'm betting on and sharing with them. I think they deserve some say, especially starting out. And one thing a lot of people have said is they want to see documentation in the form of return on investment instead of just a record. So for example, you could go 3-1 betting on teams at minus 150 juice, and you could go 2-2 betting on underdogs at plus 300. The 2-2 is actually a higher ROI than a 3-1. So that's the best way to document things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about money management strategies. I'm going to put the ball in the client's courts. I'm going to keep betting the way that I bet, which is about 3 to 5% on each game. I like to bet 5% on every pick. I have a smaller bankroll now. I'm building it up. Once you have a bankroll of 6 figures and up, you definitely don't want to be betting 5%, but smaller bankroll, maybe about 5%. As you're trying to build it up, learn, grow the bankroll faster, things like that. Once the bankroll's huge, lower it down. I'll make a separate video on money management strategies. I don't want to get too deep into it here. But I want to give people their options for money management, how to intelligently manage it and grow a bankroll. And then I'm going to make a pick. We're going to base it off of the price for that pick. So if it's a minus 150 pick and I win, that's plus 100. If I lose, that's minus 150. If it is a plus 155 pick, like the Orioles today, now I took the Orioles minus 125 plus the 1.5 run, so I took Orioles on the run line. But if it's the Orioles on the money line plus 155 and you win, you get the plus 155. If you lose, just minus 100. So there's incentive to really, really pay attention to the prices. And we're going to document the second half of the season like that. So we'll do the plays today, and we'll finalize the first half record. And then from there, second half, I'll document return on investment. Going forward, I like return on investment a lot more than just the record, because anyone can bet heavy favorites and have a 75% winning percentage and have a losing return on investment and not be making any money, but look really good on Instagram. Another thing is scamming and how easy it is to scam people on Instagram. And I'm going to make a separate video on that because I want everyone to know I'm losing, and I want to just advertise I'm losing everywhere because it's the truth. And I want to be honest. I want to be the number one in transparency. That's my biggest goal. Number one in transparency. I want to document the highs and the lows of sports betting. Right now, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good in life because I keep freaking losing day in and day out. We get a winning day 2 days ago, 2 losing days in a row to follow that up. That shit, it pisses me off because I'm finding value. Teams that should be winning are losing because of the dumbest things. Josh Donaldson yesterday decided to he was on first base. There's a double. Bases, or I don't know if bases were loaded, but he was at first base. Full count, 2 outs. So he's running before the pitch is thrown. Doesn't score on a double because the dude jogged. The dude was literally jogging into home, and they throw him out at the plate. You look at that game, the Braves lost by 1. Also, there would have been a runner on third base. They could have ran up the score that inning. And Donaldson, who's slumping at the plate, decides to jog on the base paths. And that type of stuff's not going to show up on paper. That's never going to count against him. People are going to forget about it the next day. But things like that, you find value in a team, Braves over Marlins in that case. And it's like the game that I bet on them, they lose. And then the game's sandwiched around that before and after, they win comfortably. And a lot of this, it's just bad luck. You're going to have good luck, you're going to have bad luck. But over large sample sizes, if you're finding value, you'll have success. And if you're not finding value, you're not going to have success. And I've won both of my last 2 MLB seasons. Right now, I'm sitting around even, haven't really made a ton of profit, haven't lost a ton. I had a really great month of June. I've had a really horrible stretch in July. but we still have a ton of games ahead of us here. And I'm confident that with the right strategy, with the right focus, determination, whatever you want to say, I'm confident we're going to win at the end of this season. I'm very confident about that. And I'm going to make it the third MLB winning season in a row. First one that is just really documented on social media. So I'm excited about that, but I'm not feeling good. Now I'm going to bounce back today, and I want to get a winning day. I don't give a damn if it's 2-1. I want to sweep the board today. But we're going to have a winning day today. And if not today, we're going to have a winning weekend next weekend. And I'm going to bounce back and I'm going to get this thing going in the right direction. But I want to be honest when I'm losing. Make another video about scamming and all that. Make another video about money management. There's a lot of great content that's coming your way on this channel, guys, so get ready for it. I'm excited. I'm going to finalize the card, send it out to the premium clients. Comment what your top play is for today. I'm going to miss betting on baseball these next couple of days, but it'll be a nice opportunity for me to work on some things on the channel. Thank you for watching this video. Sorry it was a little bit long. Look out for more great stuff coming soon on the channel. I'm going to start, organizing my thoughts and recording videos right now. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Have a great day, everyone.